All right, what's
This is
going
gonna.
on, everybody? This is
Oh,
Jayden.
sorry.
Nindra, you talked over me.
Sorry.
Welcome to episode 7 of the Time Lords podcast with your hosts Jayden, Wolifee, and Ninja. Hello, guys.
Hello.
How are you guys doing on this fine Sunday?
I'm all right.
You're all right. How about you, Wolifee? How
Yeah.
are you?
Average, normal, nothing
Average.
changes.
So, this is our first live podcast. It was my idea because it'll be kind of easier because we kind of do it live already. I don't do a lot of editing other than the music, but there should be music in the background. It's not that loud, but there should be. And I decided to do it live because it is one less video for me to edit. So it'd be easier on my schedule. And I didn't want to bring this back because we did 6 podcasts. We reviewed 7 episodes, 7 episodes, and we made it so far. I did not want to give up, so I decided to bring it back, but to bring it back as a live stream. So I surprised my guests with this morning. Technically, it was like 2 a.m. for my time, or 1
He
a.m.
literally broke into our house and told us this. It were
Yes.
ridiculous.
I flew across countries. But yeah, so we are going to be reviewing one of my personal favorites. I don't know about my hosts, but my personal favorites, Father's Day. So, we have not done this in a while, so let me go to my... Okay, so I don't think we got any comments last episode. And the comment section will most likely be altered since it's live now. Who knows? I'm not sure. I didn't expect last episode to get a lot of comments or views to begin with because it wasn't that good of an episode. Yeah, no comments. I think it was our first podcast with no comments, which is kind of sad. Very sad. Hold on. It is very sad that we need... There we go.
Why? No.
There we go. So yeah, no comments. I did not find a fun fact this episode because I forgot. Did you guys find any fun facts?
I've actually got another disturbing Jack fact.
Oh, no.
Wait.
Remember last time how there were that I pointed out that strange thing about the face of bow.
Yeah.
So in my the special Doctor Who book, there's a little section saying that at some point Captain Jack Harkness was around at this point because it says Captain Jack, still stranded on Earth and working for Torchwood, occasionally visited South London's Powerwell estate and watched Rose Tyler growing up.
Oh. Wait. So how? What does that mean? How did they know?
I don't know. It's just in here, but
Did it get said in a later episode? I'm sure it did.
no. I don't really know. It says you were around. It says you were around 157 to 166.
And he was watching Rose.
Grow up.
Yeah.
That makes
Okay.
sense for next episode, I guess. Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Wait, was this
Yeah.
episode 8 or episode 9?
This is episode 8 of
Oh.
Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wolfie, did you get a fun fact?
Of course I did not, because I
forgot.
am really unorganized.
Yes. That's just one thing that I've learned about you.
I just gotta get my notes up.
I've got a massive pile of homework that I need to do, but it's fine. It's fine. More important is this.
Yes. All right. So this is season 1, episode 8, Father's Day. The plot of this episode is Rose travels back to 1987 to witness the day her father died. When she interferes in the course of events, the Reapers are unleashed upon the world, and a wedding day turns into a massacre. Already seems like a good, plot line. To me, at least. Because Wolfie, a long time ago when I first met Wolfie, he had different opinions of this episode than me, but let's see if they're the same. So, let's go to what we thought of the episode. I'll go first with what I thought because I have some strong opinions. So what I thought, I don't think this is the best episode of the season, but I think this is my favorite episode just because I might be a little biased towards it. And yes, there are better episodes, like probably Boomtown. But my
Yeah.
personal favorite is this one, just because it reminded me of two separate episodes. Nindra, have you seen any of Sarah Jane?
I watched the very first episode. Well, I guess the pilot, not the first one.
Okay.
But yeah, I've watched the first one.
Wolfie, have you said you watched season 1 and 2? Or not even
Yeah,
that?
I've seen loads of them too.
So this episode, I mean, I don't know why, but it kind of reminded me of the finale, and I don't want to go too deep inside. The finale season 2. Was it the finale? It was. I don't want to say too much because Nindra might watch it, but it reminded me of an episode of Sarah Jane, and I don't know why it reminded me of it because it really has nothing to do with it, but it kind of did. And then it also reminded me of Vincent and the Doctor, just the way the characters and just the way the plot line worked. I'll go into more later on why it reminded me of Vincent and the Doctor, but it reminded me of that. And it just the whole what's it called? The whole storyline of revisiting your past and revisiting the events that you already participated in interests me, and also changing your own history interests me. And I think they did a good job of kind of. It's like the only time they really do that, isn't it? Like to this extreme. I mean, we can. I don't know. Do you guys know?
I can't think of one, but there's probably one. And if there is, I'm not going to spoil it,
Okay.
but I don't know.
All right. So yeah, that's what I thought of the episode. That's the reason why I really enjoyed the episode. And when I first reacted to it, I really enjoyed it too. So rewatching it kind of brought me back to joy. Better than last episode. What do you guys think?
It is really good. I think on this rewatch, I mean, I thought it were a good episode last time, but I think it is a bit better of it now. But yeah, really good episode.
Yes. Now here, this is what I'm waiting for, Wolfie. What'd you think of the episode?
Right.
If you remember it,
so-
because I know sometimes you don't watch it.
Yeah, sometimes, definitely. I definitely watched it today.
Did you actually?
No. I thought it was okay this time.
Okay.
So, yeah. Before my rewatch started, I think I only gave it like a 3 out of 5. But now I think it's moved up to a 4.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. And yeah, because I don't know why I didn't like it the first time round. I think it's just one of those that I watched maybe once a year, maybe once every other year.
Yeah.
Because the first time I watched it, I never had any interest in it because it was a lot of
It was like a lot of soap opera stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I used to absolutely hate episodes like that. But now I actually quite like them.
Yeah.
So it just gives more character backstory opportunities. So yeah, it's a lot better than I thought it was. It's obviously, I still don't think it's the best episode series one, but it's one of the
Yeah.
better ones. But most of them are really good anyway, so it's really hard to pick.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
And I was gonna say, this episode was, I'd say, slower paced than the others, and I really like that. I really like that we got a chance to sit down and actually talk to our people, and it really took place in like one location. And this was a shorter episode. It was like 43 minutes compared to like the other ones. It was pretty short than the rest. But I did enjoy us just sitting down and getting to know everybody. It reminded me of, it was like a slower paced episode, which I did enjoy. Of course, if every episode was like this, it'd be kind of boring, but it's like it's an exception. But yeah, let's get into the episode. I think that's what we're yes, episode dissection. Let's go. So
Wait, actually, before we start, there's just something I wanted to point out that I would just wonder if anyone else realised, because I did not realise this. So, do you know the posters that were on the episode that had a yellow smiley face?
Yeah.
Did anyone notice they had Bad Wolf written on them?
I did not. I didn't pay attention to it. I don't know. I was trying to look for it. I literally did say, "Is there Bad Wolf here?" But I didn't really notice it.
Yeah. It's like extremely faint.
How'd you notice it? Did you pause it?
No, I only know because of the book.
Oh, okay. Alright, so right here we got a comment. Hello, all new Doctor Who Book Club podcast. You're all over the place. You do a lot of Doctor Who stuff, and you comment a bunch, so thank you. He said, they said, Paul Cornell, or how you say his name, the writer of this episode, was one of the most well-regarded Doctor Who novelists at the time. He created the 7th Doctor companion, Bernice Summerfield, I don't know who that is, Wolifee might, a character that inspired River Song.
Oh, did she? Oh, I never knew that.
Yes.
Oh, I knew rest of it, but I didn't know she inspired River Song. Oh, that's cool.
Well, I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm pretty sure you do. So thank you. Stick around to listen for our discussion, which usually is on topic. I think we had one episode where we were talking about like schools and bad science experiments. Yes. It was it was the Unquiet Dead, I think. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go. So we learned that the guy's name, the dad's name is Peter Allen Tyler. So there we go. And we get a flashback of Rose as a child looking at pictures of her dad. And then we learned that 1987 on the 7th of November was when he died. And Rose is such a sweet mom. Like compared to like the other people's moms, like Martha's mom and Donna's mom, she's such a sweet mom. Jackie, yeah, who'd I say? Rose?
Oh, yeah.
Jackie is such a sweet mom, that's what I meant. And then we cut to the TARDIS where Rose asked the doctor if they could see her dad. And the doctor kind of is a little hesitant, and he's a little worried about Rose. But then he says, "Your wish is my command, but be careful what you wish for." And I really like that line. That really stuck out to me, what he said. And then, what is this? See, I write stuff down and I don't even know what they're talking about. So, I mean, I wrote first impressions were amazing. Oh, yeah, the first impressions of the episode were amazing to me. Like, before the intro, like, before the intro song, the intro was just pretty good to me. And I said I really like the character drama moments in this season, especially in this episode. They have a lot of drama in this episode, which I did enjoy. And then they cut. I don't know. I feel like the first like 15 minutes of this episode are very fast paced because they go to Jackie and Peter's wedding, which I don't know why they went there. Did they discuss going there beforehand?
No, I think they were going to someone else's wedding.
Yeah, but at the beginning they're at their wedding, if you remember. They're at Jackie and Peter's wedding.
No. Was it their wedding?
Yeah. The first place they go to their wedding. Let me pull it up. I remember.
It might have just been like a flashback or something. I don't really remember.
No. Oh yeah. So they go to Jackie and Pete's
wedding
at the beginning.
I don't know why, but they did.
I mean, right. Would you rather see someone get married or see someone literally get hit by a car and die? Like,
well, Rose did both of those things.
Well, yeah, but which one would you pick to be more important to see? So,
The death. No, I'm joking. The wedding. Well, what do you think is more important, the wedding or the death?
well, the wedding, obviously. I'm not going to watch someone die. Who do you
Yeah.
think I am?
So, and then we learned that a hit and run killed Peter, which is pretty. A hit and run is pretty important to the end of the episode, which I'll get onto later, of course.
And also, one thing I find interesting is the first time they watch him die, the camera actually starts where they are the second go around.
What does that mean? Like the second time
so,
he gets
like-
hit?
No, well, the first time they go there and they see him die,
Yeah.
the camera starts where they are on the second go round.
I guess.
Yeah, I do sort of understand what you're saying.
I don't remember. I just looking at
Oh.
this Energizer Bad Wolf that Ninja sent on the thing.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like ridiculous.
It's very faint. All right. So where are we? So then, Rose and the doctor wait on the road. I forgot about this part. Like she literally, I mean, she didn't. I guess she didn't see her dad die because she did like look away and go into the doctor's like shoulder, but she was still there. And the doctor allows Rose to go to him, but she doesn't. Right? She doesn't go to him because it's too late. Like at the beginning. So then, Rose asked to try again, where I am very surprised that he let her try again. That is very surprising of the doctor to let her do. And then we see the we go back in time, and then we see the doctor at we see the same doctor at two places at once. And as of now, for where I'm at, that's like the only other time they did that was like the season 5 finale. If I'm correct. Do you guys remember the season 5 finale?
Yes.
Where the doctor was like coming and there was multiple. There was like he died and he came back or whatever.
Yeah, I sort of.
I mean, well, you watched it like this summer, didn't you?
Yeah, but I have a terrible memory. You should know that. by
Oh.
now. I'm on series 10 now.
Oh wow.
So
We were
Yeah.
we were at season like 5 and 6 together, but then I slowed down. So, and the doctor says this is the last time they can be there. So then Rose goes and saves her dad, and then the past Rose and doctor disappear, and I really enjoyed that. But they never explain in the show what happened to them. They kind of like, I guess they leave it to common sense to figure that out.
Although even with common sense, it's a bit confusing to try and figure out what just happened.
I mean, well, yeah, I mean,
Their past versions did basically just get erased.
yeah, the way I looked at it was that since Rose saved her dad, the version of them who went back to see her dad never existed or whatever. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The
Grandfather paradox.
Yes.
But the opposite,
Remember when
really.
Wolifee tried to explain when Wolifee tried to explain that paradox to us? I think you tried to explain it to us.
Oh, I can't.
And then someone in the comments was like, "You're overcomplicating things."
Yeah, and then yeah.
Oh, so then Rose introduces herself to Peter, and then we see the creature flying around the city. And that's another reason why it reminds me of Vincent and the Doctor, because like wasn't the if I remember correctly, the creature was the invisible creature was following the Doctor. So yeah, that's why it reminded me as well. So we see a creature flying around the city, and then when we go into the apartment, we already know that Peter has an inventive mind. You know, he's talking about the windowsill, and that's like more to come. That's kind of foreshadowing the Parallel Earth episode where he is helping with the cyber people, I think.
Yeah.
So that kind of parallels. What happened?
Also, about the thing what you were on about with the Reapers.
Yes, the Reapers.
To be honest, here's the thing that confuses me with this. Like, I know this whole episode is like basically a paradox,
Yeah.
but the thing that confuses me the most is because obviously he does eventually die again, but what happened to everyone the Reapers got?
I think they came back because the Doctor came back.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
There we go. So Rose walks around her house, but it's the past. Very, very probably mind blowing for her. And then she told us that Jackie would show her, would show Rose her dad's things when she had too much to drink. And then the Doctor does not like the fact that Rose saved her dad. But I guess the Doctor is right about him being mad, but the Doctor doesn't like how selfish Rose was, but like everybody on Earth has some type of selfishness to them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know many people who wouldn't save their dead parent if they could. You know, whether it be time travel or anything. So yeah. And then we see the Reapers. Is that what I was trying to figure out all episode what they were called? Are they called the Reapers?
Yeah.
Okay. The Reapers fly to the victims, and we can assume that they get killed, or I guess not killed. They get like eaten. I mean, I guess they do get killed in that timeline, but then once the timeline resets, they come back, or whatever. Like how Nindra was talking about. So then Peter was about to. Is it Pete or Peter? I think it's both. But Pete or Peter was about to compliment Rose on her looks, which, you know, a father can compliment their kid about their looks, but he was about to go overboard, and Rose is about to stop him. So good thing he stopped him. Good thing she stopped him. And at I think the end, like the last scene, Peter says, "I'm sure I've met you before," or whatever. So that kind of, I feel like if, like, I don't know why, but I feel like if you were to time travel and you were to like bump into someone you know, but they don't know you, they'd still have like this feeling that they know you.
Deja vu.
Yeah, I guess.
Deja vu.
I guess that's what Peter was talking about. And we cut to the wedding, and notice a whole lot of people aren't there. And the dad says, "If only I can turn the clock back," which is basically the theme of this episode, you know. And the Doctor goes to his TARDIS, but then he senses something in the sky. He senses the Reapers, and then he opens the TARDIS, and it's like an actual box. There's nothing inside. And I completely forgot about that part, so that was pretty cool for me to see again. And then Peter, guess what Peter was playing in his car, if you guys could remember.
Oh,
Yeah. I know.
He was playing the Rickroll. That's funny.
Yeah.
Wait. There we go. I guess that was a when did that, let me see when that came out. Never, what's it called? Never Gonna Give You Up?
Yeah.
In like 1980.
Oh, 1987. That's why they chose it.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, that's why they chose it.
Yeah.
And it's actually a pretty good song. I'm kind of mad that people meme.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where am I? We are here. Peter asks if Rose is related to his wife. You know, another deja vu thing. And then we learn that Jackie and Peter aren't a perfect couple. Peter says that Jackie would never say that he is the most amazing person in the world. And I think when Peter died, Jackie kind of over-glorified their relationship to Rose because he died, and, you know, you don't want your daughter to grow up thinking that her dead father was a bad man, or that you guys had marital issues. So I think she kind of over-glorified their relationship to Rose. And then the radio switches to a song that is not out yet. Says
Yep.
Rose. That was pretty cool. So another timey thing. Another timey-wimey thing. And then we keep hearing Watson, come here, I need you in the phones. And I had no idea what that was, but then later on we learned that it's the first phone call, which was pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
And we see Jackie with her 80s hair, her 80s style hair. There's a lot of hairspray, it looks like. And Jackie calls Peter useless, which is so awful for her to say.
And also, obviously there were the thing where the car appeared. Rose shouted, "Dad!"
Yes.
And then he avoided the car.
Yeah, that was that was what I was just about to say that. Yeah. She says, "Dad," and then Jackie says to Peter, "You're an accident waiting to happen," which is kind of messed up if you think about it. You know, he dies from a hit and run accident waiting to happen. And Jackie's extremely rude, like before Peter's death. So I feel like maybe she kind of calmed down after his death, but Jackie was not a good person while Peter was still alive. That's what I got from it, at least. And then I wonder if Peter actually had affairs before, or maybe Jackie's just super paranoid or jealous. So I wonder if he actually did have an affair beforehand. Who knows? And then I can see the soap opera aspect of this episode when Jackie and Peter were arguing for a while, and I find that important because it kind of shows Rose that her perfect idea of who her parents aren't so perfect, and that their marriage was like almost failing, really. And then we see the creatures fly over the park and get the kids, except for this one little boy who survives. And I completely forgot who this one little boy was. Who is he?
Mickey.
Yes, I completely forgot. That was pretty cool. The one little boy who survived was Mickey. And Jackie and Peter make up, and then the doctor comes back and screams to go in the church. And this is where the Reapers reveal themselves, and the Reapers eat a few people before they go into the church. And also, this also reminded me of Vincent and the Doctor, because the monster isn't the big part of the plot line. I mean, it kind of is. The monsters kind of represent the paradoxes, and then in Vincent and the Doctor, the monster represented depression. So this is also where I got another reminder of Vincent and the Doctor. And then this is Jackie's first time meeting the Doctor. You know, chronologically, this is her first time ever meeting the Doctor. And then the Doctor says that the Reapers are here to kind of... I'm not sure if they're here to protect the timeline, but then they're also killing everybody to protect the timeline.
I guess it could be like, wait, have you seen Loki?
No, but I kind of know. I know what it is. I mean, you can tell me.
Basically, in Loki, there's this like organization called the TVA, and basically, if there's if another timeline appears, they go out and basically just delete that timeline by just like
they delete it,
like just deleting it. Yeah, that's basically what they do.
Oh, okay. I should watch that show.
So I guess it could be like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's season 2 not soon.
But the Doctor does say that where did he says something about how his people wouldn't let this happen, you know, because there were laws in place. So yeah, and then we see the Doctor. We see the car kind of replaying over and over in the same exact position. I wonder what the guy in the car was feeling like at that moment. I wonder if he knew he was in a time loop. I don't know. We'll never know.
Probably not, I assume.
I mean, there's a lot of like unanswered stuff in this episode.
Yeah, I guess it's just replaying, and from his perspective, every time it's the same.
Yeah, maybe. Does Wolifee know? Wolifee.
Because every time doesn't, I'm fairly sure the driver like repeats
The same movement.
the same like, yeah. So I guess probably, oh God, probably wouldn't remember
Yeah.
each time. So yeah. Oh, okay. Stop with the sound bomb. So
I
annoying.
haven't been doing it that much, don't worry.
The duck doesn't even make any sense.
Look, right.
Well, the point of it is it's random.
Yes. So then, where are we? Peter says that he trusts Rose, and then he realizes that Rose is his daughter, and then this is the first time that Rose is able to hug her dad, while her dad is hugging her back, knowing that that's his daughter. You know what I mean? Did I word that correctly?
Yeah, but surely when Rose was a little kid, they would have hugged.
No, yeah, but I'm talking about this the first time that our current Rose is able to hug Peter.
Well, it's the same person.
I know, but it's our Rose, and she was a
Yeah,
baby,
yeah.
so she wouldn't even remember.
Well, this. Oh, whatever.
I'm saying this is like Rose's. No, I'm saying current Rose, first time able to hug her dad as her now, knowing that the dad. You're getting me confused.
No, I know what you mean, but it's just like same person.
I know, but anyway, we get a little conversation with the soon-to-be married couple. I feel like that could have been like a deleted scene, like that little conversation that really added nothing to the story.
I mean, it is like a nice sentiment by the Doctor.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And then back to Peter and Rose, and Peter asks how he is like in the future, where Rose can't answer, and they both get very uncomfortable. And then the little boy hugs Rose, and we learn that it's Mickey. And see, this is what I am thinking. Mickey has been a family friend since he was a little boy, and I find it weird that Jackie would blame him for the disappearance of Rose back in like episode 4. What do you guys think?
You
You guys understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
'Cause he's been-
then again,
Yeah.
obviously he was technically the last one she saw with him, other than
Yeah. But he's been
Did
he's,
she see the Doctor? I don't know.
he's been with the family since he was little. Which goes to show you how old is he compared to Rose? Because he looks about 6 or 7, and Rose is literally a baby.
He's probably just like a couple years older.
Yeah, but
Like,
I mean, he might be a big kid then.
right, hold on, I'm looking.
He
'cause
looks
I don't want this to
he looks about like 5 years old, and Rose is literally a baby. He has to be at least 5. He has to be at least 4 to 6. Nah, 6 is too old.
Right.
I wonder if he's...
He has to be at least 4 to 5. So that means he's like 4 or
Right.
5 years older than
Okay.
Rose.
Mickey is a year older.
Nah, that doesn't make any
Or
sense.
a year or two older than Rose.
Nah, that makes no
A
sense
lot
with
of
this
the
episode.
Yeah, the ages don't make sense at all. It's a really big continuity error, but sure, why not?
Although then again, this is a time travel show.
Yeah, but do you think what, Mickey time traveled as a kid?
Well,
Maybe.
Mickey's a
Is
secret
that
time
his
traveler.
finish?
Wolfie, you're about to say something.
was I?
You're like, well,
I don't know anymore.
oh,
Right.
okay. That's a continuity error, I guess we found. I think they just wanted to throw in Mickey there. Didn't, you know. Anyway. So the Doctor was talking to Baby Rose about how she's not gonna bring the end of the world, and that made me laugh. And then,
Yeah, that was quite a
Yeah.
good scene.
The Doctor doesn't allow Rose to touch her baby self because it will create a paradox. But why would it?
Because she's literally. Oh, wait.
Yeah, explain. I want to hear your explanation.
Yeah, I'm going to explain it, I just don't want it to sound weird.
Oh, okay.
How we're
she's
going to
literally-
explain it, but I feel like that would have made that. What we're going to say would have made it worse.
So I guess it's because downstream will converge when they touch.
Basically,
When she
Wait,
holds
wait,
herself.
It's Yeah, that's.
What were you gonna
The
say?
same particles are touching each other.
The same, like they shouldn't exist in the same exact. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, they shouldn't exist in the same point in time, maybe.
Yeah.
But okay, anyway, so Rose apologized to the doctor, and the TARDIS key starts to glow, and he says that it's still connected. They still have hope. So then, while the doctor is trying to bring back the TARDIS, Peter asks Rose another set of questions, where Rose just keeps saying yes to. And Rose lies straight to his face, because if the doctor... This is how I looked at it. If the doctor were to save the world, and her dad was still alive, her saying about having all the picnics and bedtime stories could have motivated him to do all those things, but he dies anyway, so it doesn't really matter, and she just lied to him. But, you know, in case he were to survive, I mean, if he were to survive, Rose would have been, like, erased from existence, if you think about it. That version of Rose, at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Peter says, "That's not me. I don't do those things. That's not like me." That's where he probably realizes that she's lying. And the TARDIS slowly reveals itself, and that's when Peter realizes he's supposed to be dead. And then Jackie overhears Peter says, "I'm your dad," and Jackie says, "How old were you, 12?" I find that pretty funny, that interaction. And then Peter introduces her as Rose, where Jackie asks, "How many roses are there?" And this whole interaction is hilarious. And then Peter gets fed up, puts baby Rose on top of adult Rose's lap, and the creatures teleport in. And they look like dragons. They look weird.
Yeah, I mean, in the book it does mention they look like the dragon-like. They are pretty cool.
Would you want one as a pet, Wolifee?
Well, apart from the absorbing, killing, changing time aspect, they could be cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, if you have one as a pet, you might have done something
you might have done something wrong.
Well,
yeah.
oh well.
What? I might want... Would you want a weeping angel as a pet?
No.
Why would you? What is this? What?
I'm trying to think about what... I want one of those little fat creatures as a pet. I don't want one of those as a pet.
Adipose.
You suppose?
No, adipose. That's what they call.
Oh, would you want one as a pet though?
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Don't see why not.
I'm trying to think. I know this is a bit off topic, but what would be the best Doctor Who creature to have as a pet?
The fat people. They don't cause any harm. Not a Dalek, not a Cyberman. Maybe a Jadoon.
I mean. Oh wait, no.
Maybe a Jadoon.
Trying to think.
Well, why do you think I'll continue?
Obviously,
one day, eat everything.
You won't know what a pating is, but a pating would be adorable.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you'll find out.
Are those the little sea creature monsters? The sea monsters?
Is that a big frog?
Oh. Alright. So, the creature eats the Doctor, and then they fly into the TARDIS, dropping the key, and the TARDIS and the creature disappears. There's a whole lot of disappearances. There's a whole lot in this episode. And Rose thinks the Doctor is dead, and they all think they're helpless until Peter looks out the window and sees the repeating car, where he knows what has to be done. He has to, he hugs Rose, and he hugs Jackie, and they all hug each other. They're all one big family. And you know what I find weird? So, in the original timeline, Peter is supposed to die, obviously, but they still continued the wedding. Did they not? Wait, did they still continued the wedding even after Peter died? Oops.
What?
Right?
I don't know.
I don't actually remember if they did.
I think no.
But if they did, that would be very awkward considering well, most of the audience died and came back.
No, in the original timeline, before they did all this. They didn't die in the
wow.
original timeline.
I guess they wouldn't know at that.
Yeah, but Jackie would be like, "Where's my
if-
husband at?"
Well, I mean,
Yeah, but
since
they-
you didn't care about
died.
it,
Oh, I don't know. I'm not
He
getting
died-
this, I don't.
No, he died on the same day that these two people were getting married. But they still got
Yeah.
married after. Anyway, that's a weird thing.
I mean,
So
like you said earlier, Jackie wasn't really
a good person.
as nice to Pete.
Yeah,
So she might have just think he just ran off somewhere.
probably. He's like, "Oh, he's just late." Continue. So Peter runs outside and jumps from the car, setting the time correct. He got rid of all the monsters and brought the doctor back. And this time, remember earlier I said make sure to pay attention to the hit and run part. This time the driver stopped and he made sure the ambulance came. And this is a part that I don't understand. So Jackie says there was a girl with Peter when he died, but then she says she never found out who the girl was. Is she lying to Rose, or
Yeah,
she's lying?
I think
probably.
at the end, Rose says that it was her to her mom. So, I think Rocky does believe her, but doesn't want to. Oh, I've just spilled my water.
Oh. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, at the end of the episode, the Doctor and Rose walk to the TARDIS together, and that's the end. Honestly, still probably one of my most favorite episodes. Not my most favorite episode, but definitely my top 5 of the entire series.
Yeah.
Which probably says a lot. Like the entire show. As of now. Season 1 has some pretty good, season 1 has some pretty good episodes. What
Yeah,
else was
there's
there?
only 2 max that I don't like.
Was this one of the 2?
No, my 2 were Unquiet Dead and Long
Oh.
Game.
I really like the Unquiet Dead.
Yeah, the Unquiet Dead definitely is a bit better after the rewatch.
I mean,
Mainly because of all the references I realised, but
I liked
It's
Unquiet.
alright, but
I liked Unquiet Dead, but I do know that there are better episodes.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
All right. So, this was a good episode to come back on, because it was pretty short. But yeah, let's get on to the ranking, and since this is live, it'll have to be simultaneously. So,
Yep.
try and distract the audience.
alright.
Da da da.
Among Us.
All right, I'm live right now. You guys should see me. I mean, I'm sharing my screen. I mean,
Yep.
let me press
Yes.
that. All right, here we are. The ranking. So,
Yeah, 'cause the
wait,
problem
wait. Go ahead. I just gotta think. Go ahead. I just gotta think.
The problem is, because obviously I don't really remember too much from Boomtown, so I'm going to wait until I rewatch it to have my opinions on that.
Yeah.
But from what I remember, the next few episodes are really good, and I don't think this deserves to go
At 7.
At 7.
Definitely not. But it's not. Okay, I think. So the
So-
sensible thing to do is to move Rose down to 7, Aliens of London down to 5, and put either Father's Day at 5 or 4.
I think we should just put it at 4. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, but there's
'cause
7.
We've got,
We gotta put.
yeah, I've just-
We gotta.
yeah.
So just move it.
them.
Move them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To move them down, keep Dalek where it is.
Yes.
And then
I feel like if this was Wolfie by himself, he would have put it at 7.
Probably. You know what I'm like.
So we got 4 or 5. I
Uh,
honestly don't
Mm,
mind putting it at
I'd say
5.
5.
um,
I'd say 5
I mean,
because I really
personally,
like.
I'm just looking at the compared to the other like but the thing is, I don't if I remember correctly, I didn't particularly enjoy the kids with the masks. If you know what I mean, like
What?
I
You
didn't.
like that.
No, I liked the episode itself, but if I remember correctly, I haven't watched it in forever, but if I remember correctly, I did really enjoy the horror aspect of it, but I didn't. I don't know. I gotta rewatch it before I say something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
like
I will get
I'm
angry.
episode currently. Because yeah, I do definitely really want to rewatch that one at some point.
I
but,
feel like,
yeah.
honestly, Cause to
So
me,
should we just put it at 5 then for now, and then if we want
Yes.
to move it, we can.
all right.
Anyway, which
Yeah.
Father's
one's next?
Day. It's the empty child and the doctor dances.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure whether it were Boomtown after this or that,
No.
but yeah.
All right, Father's Day is. I think it deserves. Yeah, it deserves right to be right in the middle. There we go. So I thought this would be a lot harder. So this is our thing so far. It's looking good.
We've got a blob and then a 1.
A blob and a 1.
Yeah, it's just 1
Oh yeah, we
Big
got
thing.
yeah.
and then Dalek.
I'm just looking at this and the next few episodes. Okay, I don't remember the next few episodes too much.
I mean, from what I remember, they are really good. And
Yeah.
while I've said this before, but from what I remember, I'm not the biggest fan of the first part of the final. That might change, but the
You don't-
last the last part for me, the second part is like amazing.
Like the last episode.
Is
yeah, the
it?
last.
Oh, I think it's the other way around.
You got
That'll
the
be
Dalek
interesting when we
You
get
got-
to that.
flying. It's epic.
We got
I know,
we
but
got
we've got a
Captain
load
Jack
of.
disappearing or dying or whatever. Forget.
He dies and then comes back to life.
Yeah, I remember when I first watched this, I didn't really like Captain Jack because he was a little weird, but slowly I liked the character more and more as the years went on. Well, not years went on because I didn't watch it yearly, but you know what I mean. But yes, so this was Father's Day, a great episode. My personal favorite, but I can distinguish, like, you know, just because it's my favorite doesn't mean it's the best. So there you have it. I try to remain unbiased in this episode. I don't know why I like it so much. Maybe it reminded me of like a drama probably because of all the sitting down and talking. But yes. So yeah, thank you guys for watching our first live podcast. It will most likely be live in the future. It was pretty easy. I don't have to worry about editing or anything. So there you have it. I think it went pretty well. So yeah, I want to say thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button with a Vashta Narada plushie.
I already said that. Why?
I don't think
No, leave the soundboard alone.
There we go.
Let it go.